About the company connect consultancy, the consultancy is going to provide the training in a various industrial program, and one of the program is compressed system validation. Okay, so compressed system validation is one of the we can say the hot spot of the industry. Why we are considering the hot spot? Because nowadays we have a lot of vacancy in these areas actually. Okay, and where to apply as a CSV expert? If you are becoming a CSV expert, where you can apply? That is also one of the important things, because once you go and opt for this course, what happens? Then where to apply? This is the one of the biggest questions actually. So after then becoming CSV expert, you can apply to I can say just 5 to 6 industry at least, like pharma industry, clinical trial industry, medical device industry, biopharmaceutical industries. These 4 industries direct recruiting industries for the CSV expert, because they wanted to be validate their software, they wanted to validate their compressed systems. Then the 5th industry, I can say the IT industry is going to develop a software. So they will also hire the CSV expert actually, because they have to validate their system, their softwares as well before they will sell to foreign industry or the regulatory industries actually. Okay, and consultancy industry, like your Tata consultancy services, your Mindtree, IPA, Cognizant, correct, Infosys. All these are the consultancy industry, and they are product-based industry as well. Means both role they are playing actually. So they will also hire the CXP expert, because they will going to be provide the way how to validate the compressed systems actually. They will teach to all these industry like pharma industry, clinical trial industry. So hiring in the consultancy industry is much more than other industries actually. Correct. You have seen in the market area. So this is the demand actually where we can apply after becoming CSV expert. So we can apply at least 5 to 6 industry. And if you'll see, we have a big, India is a big hub of a pharma industry. India is also a big hub of IT, and your clinical trial industry is even after the China, isn't it? You may be already aware of it. So this is what about the, I can say the career growth for a CSV expert. This is the certifications of the Company Connect. Apart from that, they are also trying to have a CPD certifications, and very soon it will be get. I think within the 5 to 7 days it will be get on a CPD accreditations as well. Okay, and nonetheless, okay, about the certification, major thing is to have a we can say the how much knowledge you'll get. Okay. Apart from the computer system validation, the Company Connect is providing the training in the various fields like a CSV, quality assurance, quality control, pharmacovigilance, clinical trials, CDMS, medical writing. Your equipment qualification means pharmaceutical validation, regulatory affairs, your LIMS application validation, MES application validation, lot of other things as well. You can visit to the site of a Company Connect, where you can find what are the other subject the company is providing the training on these courses actually. Okay, so that is about the companies and all, but what is the future? We can understand currently everybody is aware that we can go and opt for the we can say the CSV. Currently future is good for a CSV expert actually, but what is the future of a CSV expert? That is also one of the important things. People, please go on a mute if you are not speaking. Okay. So to become a CSV expert, after becoming a CSV expert, we can apply to 5 to 6 industries, as we already discussed. But what is the future of a CSV expert? That is the biggest thing. Okay, currently it's good. What is the future? So to understand what is the futures of a CSV expert, first we'll understand the industry 4.0 and industry pharma 4.0 actually. So when we use the word industry 4.0, before to that we have at least aware about the what is the industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. So when we say industry 1.0, where we use some mechanical power like water power, steam power, pneumatic power to run the equipment. That is what Industry 1.0. After that, we invented the electricity. We use the electricity in the for the equipment. We can say running. So by the use of the electricity, we are able to have mass production by the systems actually. So by the use of electricity, we are able to have a mass production of the product actually. That was the Industry 2.0. So now we achieve some mass production, but still we are not going toward the automation. Now in the Industry 3.0, we use the computer systems. So with the help of the computer system, we are able to have automation as well, where there is a required of a CSV expert actually, where we have like we are running the your compression machine, V blenders and all through the HMI. So HMI is the softwares that need to validate it as well, isn't it? Apart from that, like a TrackWise and all, you may be already aware about those softwares that require the validation and where the CSV expert is required. So we use the softwares, we use the computer system for the automation. That is the Industry 3.0. And we are trying to go toward the Industry 4.0. Means some of the technology we already started using the Industry 4.0. Some of the technology still need to be adopted actually. So what is the Industry 4.0? Where we use some cyber physical system, the use of the internet to remotely operate the system, to remotely operate the equipment actually. So currently we are going in the industry and we are working our, I can say 10 to 5 days job, where we running the equipments. What happen if we'll go with the remote operations as well? Correct. So that is the one part of the Industry 4.0. Apart from that, we have other technology as well. Like we have Internet of Things, advanced robotics, artificial intelligence. Nowadays, lot of discussions on the artificial intelligence, isn't it? Where we are aware about the ChatGPT. How does it work? Everything is artificial intelligence, and the Game 5 second version, if you have seen it, if you are aware of the Game 5 second version, they have mentioned the how to validate the artificial intelligence as well. Okay, so we are going to discuss in our regular class about the artificial intelligence as well, cloud computing, the use of the internet to access the softwares, cloud computing, cyber securities, additive manufacturing, augmented reality, virtual realities, all these technology of Industry 4.0. So some technology we already started using it. Some of the technology we need to be started. We need to be begins. And as a CSV expert, we should be aware how to validate all this technology. If we are going toward the artificial intelligence, how to validate it. If we are going toward the cloud computing, how to validate it. That need to be understand actually. That will be the futures of the CSV expert. So there is a lot of demand in the futures as well, isn't it? So that is the Industry 4.0. So still we are 3.0 and we are trying to go toward the 4.0, so we can understand what will be the future of CSV expert. Okay. So coming to computer system validation, what it is, to understand the CSV computer system validation, first at least we should be aware what is the computer system. So computer system, everybody is aware that it's a part of hardware plus it's a part of softwares, both combined together to perform a specific function or a group of functions. Simple, your computer system, your mobile, your laptop, your desktop is a part of computer system. While the computer system include the hardware plus softwares plus peripheral devices, network, documentation, means your SOP is also part of a computer system, as well as person who is sitting in front of the computers, who is operating the system, is also a part of a computer system. So computer system include everything: hardware, software, peripheral device, network, document, and person. When all these components comes together to perform one or more automated process or function is called the computer system. That is a computer system. So computer system is simple, your laptop, your desktop, while the computer system include hardware, software, peripheral device, everything associated to your computer system is a computer system. It includes the document and person as well. Okay. But our terminology is what? Computerized system validation. Not a computer system validation, it's a computerized system validation. So validation means what? Most of the people is already aware what is the validation. In terms of definition, it is establishing documentary evidence that provide a high degree of assurance that a specific process will consistently produce a product meeting its predetermined specification and quality. So by the definition, it looks like a very typical definition, but in a simple manner, by doing the validation of the process, we do the validation of the process always, whether it's a cleaning validation, process validation, like a tablet manufacturing process, or computer system validation as well. Here also include the process, where by following the process, a fixed process, where we have a fix everything. We fix the quantity of the ingredient, we fix the quality, we fix the, we can say the parameters, values, everything we have fixed it. To get what? To get the same output again and again. Not one time, always. Same output, same product, same quality product again and again. If you're going to get the same output, your process becomes validated. It considers the validated process actually. And whenever you follow the validated process, it will give you the same product, same, I can say, output. Same thing is applicable in the field of the compressed system. Once you validate your compressed system, it will give you the same output actually, again and again, within the predetermined specification and qualitative. So ultimately, by doing the validation of a compressed system, we are trying to achieve to understand whether my system is fit for the intended use or not. Whether I can use this compressed system for my daily routine base or not. Whether it is fit for my intended use or not. And not only we are going to be achieve this, plus it should follow the regulatory compliance. Means it should follow the compliance applicable GXP regulation. So by following the compliance as per the GXP regulations, and we are trying to achieve whether it is fit for the intended use or not, whether I am able to perform my daily routine job by using this system with following the compliance as well. If you are able to achieve this, your system becomes validated. Your system become, now we can say your computer system is validated. If you are able to prove it. Okay, that is what the computer system validation. But why the validation is required? We do the validation because it gives an assurance that developed product will function accurately and will produce the result as intended. So whenever you use the validated system, it gives you the same product, same output ultimately, same result as intended, as required. This is the first reason why we should do the validation. Apart from that, when we do the validation, it prevents the software problem, it prevents the software bug, software defect actually, in terms of the software. So the main reason is to identify the defect in a software. What are the defect is present in the software? We are able to detect it through the testings, of course. Okay. And if a single defect is there, it may lead to the serious consequences. Maybe produce the wrong product by the system. So we do the validations to avoid the serious consequences that may arise due to incorrect software function. And of course, validation of a software, validation of a computer system is a regulated requirement as well from the US FDA, MHRA, TGA, CDS. These are the regulatory bodies wants to validate your compressed systems. Okay, so these are the some reason why we do the validation of a compressed systems. Now, what things will be included under the part of a compressed system validation? So we are going to be we are going to learn the software validation, how to validate the softwares, whether it's a LIMS application, breakwise, or any application, we are going to be understand how to validate it, whether it's a category 3, category 4, category 5. What are the category of the softwares? We'll discuss in our regular classes. Those people who is already aware, for those people can understand what is the category of the softwares. So we do the software validation. We are going to be learn what are the softwares, whether the SAP softwares or LIMS or MES, any of the softwares. How to validate it? What is the criteria to validate it? What is the approach to validate it? We are going to be understanding. Then infrastructure qualification. So your software is going to be installed on what? On the systems, on the client or on the servers actually. Those systems, those hardware has to be qualified. You cannot install the software in unqualified infrastructure, unqualified servers, unqualified client actually. You have to be qualified first. Then and then we are going to be validate it. Then and then going to test it actually. So first you have to be qualify your infrastructure, qualify your hardware ultimately I can say. Then install the software, then test the software after that. So we are going to learn the infrastructure qualification, how to qualify it, then how to validate the softwares. Plus, if you are using the Excel sheet as well, company are using the Excel sheet. We cannot avoid the use of the Excel sheet, correct? So in the field of the regulated industry, if you are using the Excel sheet, you have to validate it. Without validation of the Excel sheet, you cannot use it. So Excel sheet validation, how to do it, we should be aware about it. Correct. So everything we should be aware. How to validate the softwares? What are the softwares it is? We should be aware. How to validate the Excel sheet? We should be aware. Okay. Then software development lifecycle. Developer can use any of the any of the method to develop the softwares. These are the software development method, like a waterfall methodology, V model, agile model, DevOps, Spiral, rapid application development, incremental reviews. These are the method to develop a software actually. Developer can use any of the method to develop a software. We should be aware how to validate if developer has used the waterfall, if developer has used the V model, if developer has used the agile model, or any of the method actually. So in our session, in our regular classes, we are going to learn where is the difference between waterfall, V model, agile, DevOps, their validation approach, where it is going to be differ. Everything we are going to learn actually in our regular classes. Okay. Some of the things I'm going to describe here, like what is the waterfall. Some of the you people is already aware waterfall. Why it is called the waterfall? Because it looks like a water is falling from the upper side to lower side. So here in this, if you'll see, when you are going to develop a software, first thing is to what kind of softwares you wanted to have. What is the requirement of a software? What kind of a systems you wanted to be of. So requirement gathering. Collect the requirement of what kind of software you want. Collect the requirement, create a document called the URS, user requirement specification. That URS will be sent to vendor because vendor will develop it. Your IT expert will develop it. IT industry will develop the software. So we'll send the URS to IT industry, to IT developers actually. They will understand they will analyze the requirement. Based on that, they will design, they will create the document called design specification, where they will mention that these are the designing of the softwares, how the softwares will be looks like, the graphics and all. They will mention on the once regulatory industry say yes, we are okay with the design, then they will start the coding of the softwares, developing a softwares. After development, the after software is developed, the next thing is what? Test the software whether it is really working correctly. So testing the softwares. If you are satisfied with the testing, the next thing is to be release the softwares, deploy the softwares into regular use actually, where the end user will start the use of the softwares on their daily routine job. That is how the software, how to develop and how to release and how to retire as well. That we are going to be understand as well. Same kind of a things like in a V model as well. One side is a waterfall only. Second side is shows like a V shape actually. There is a two arm here. Left arm where we mention the specification phase and the right arm is shows about the testing phase. Okay. So left arm is this one arm, where we have a specification phase where we are going to prepare the validation plan, how to validate the system, then collect the requirement as a URS actually, collection of the requirement. Once you are okay with the requirement, then we'll send the URS to vendor. Vendor will provide the document called the functional specification. Okay, this one. Where he mentioned the functionality of the system that I'm going to provide the software having this functionality. Are you okay with the functionality? So regulatory industry says yes, we are okay with the functionality. Then they will send another document called the design specification. They will mention the designing of the system, designing of the softwares. Once the regulatory industry also says yes, we are okay with the designing, they will develop a softwares. After development, next thing is test the softwares. So they will perform IQ, OQ, PQs. Okay, who will perform what? That is the point of discussion. We'll discuss in our regular classes. So next phase is testing actually. Here, if you'll see the waterfall, there is a one compulsion. In the waterfall, one compulsion is that previous phase has to be complete to start the next phase. Previous phase has to be complete to start the next phase. That is why it is called the waterfall, because it looks like a waterfall. So same compulsion is also here as well. But here one more compulsion is added, that your IQ has to verify against the DQR design specification. OQ has to verify against the functional specification, and PQ has to verify against the URS, user requirement specification. There is a second compulsion in the V model. And once you will complete all the activities, you have to be capture all the validation activities into the validation summary report. Once this report is approved, your system will be go live. People are start use of the softwares in their daily operation uses. That is called the operation phase, where daily routine job people will start the use of the system on regular job. And this is the biggest phase of the HDLC. It may spend the 10 years, 20 years. After that, we'll retire a system, retirement phase. So we are going to be retire your computer systems. The retirement of a computer system is not so much easy as compared to equipment retirement, because it involves the data as well, and data is the important things. Whether you are going to migrate data, whether you are going to be have a data archiving, whether you are going to be dispose the data, what you are going to perform with the data, and how to do it. That is one of the biggest challenge in the field of the retirement or data migration actually. So we are going to learn that part as well. How to retire, how to migrate data, everything we are going to understand. Okay. Apart from that, agile methodologies. So some of the people is already aware of the waterfall and V model, but agile method is the new nowadays, and people are adopting the agile methodologies. So our take as an CSV expert, how to validate if developer has used the agile method. We should be aware at least. So the agile methodologies will be developed in the cyclic manner actually. If you see, this is the, I have a 5 cycle here. I've just shown in 5 cycle. Okay. One cycle is called the one sprint actually, or iteration. Multiple is sprint here. Okay. So if I'll take a one sprint, this is my one sprint actually. The difference between the V model and the agile, the major difference in the V model, once you fix the requirement, you cannot change the requirement, or changing the requirement is avoided. Otherwise, if you're going to be change the requirement, you have to start from the beginning once again. So V model will avoid the changing the requirement, but agile model will say always welcome the changing the requirement. If you'll change the requirement, no issue. No issue. We can adopt it. We can develop it. Okay. So what happened in the agile? In the agile, we have a product backlog actually. If you'll see in my screen, this is the product backlog. Okay. In the product backlog, it's an equivalent to the URS where we mention all the requirement. V model is used when you are clear with the requirement. Agile model can be used when you are not clear with the full requirement. Means agile, this is the benefit of the agile. If you are not clear with the requirement, it is also fine, no issue. Later point of time, when we have a clarity, we'll develop it. So what are the clarity of the requirement you can mention into the product? Suppose I am a 100 requirement in my hand currently. This is called the product backlog. Out of 100, I have select the 50 requirement to be developed in the one cycle. The one cycle period is 1 to 4 weeks. Means 1 month is the maximum for one cycle. So within this 1 month, I have to develop these 50 requirement. So one cycle means one sprint, and these 50 selected requirement now called the sprint backlog. Sprint backlog. These 50 requirement, it is called the story, has to be developed into the softwares and has to be tested into softwares. So software will be developed and software will be tested by developers. Once they are satisfied with that, then they will show the software what they have developed to their customer. Means end user. End user will see the software and they may add more requirement. They may modify the requirement. They may delete the requirement here. So anything is possible in here. So we are going to meet with the customers. They may add, they may modify the requirement. Based on that, we'll have a team meeting. Team will decide what goes wrong, what goes good. Then we'll update our product backlog once again based on the customer feedback. That is how the first cycle will be completed and the next cycle will be started. So here we have 100 requirement. Out of 100, we have selected 50 requirement. Suppose 50 requirement is not developed, we only able to develop a 40 requirement. So remaining 10 requirement will be transferred to next cycle or future cycle. Remaining 50, so now 60 total requirement. Plus customer may add some more requirement. Suppose 20 requirement is added. Now you have total 80 requirement in your end. Out of 80, again you have select the 40 requirement or whatever it may be. Then develop it, then test it, then again show to customer. This is how we are going to develop a continuous requirement. And at the end of the cycle, the last cycle will have a full developed requirement. And we have a full developed product as well. That product will be used by the customers. This is how the agile method will be worked. Okay. Anyway, there is a lot of discussion on the agiles. We're going to discuss in our regular classes. This is the just briefing of the agile. There is much more has to be discussed on that. Okay. So this is how the agile way of working, the agile way of development of the software actually. So this is development. I'm just providing how to validate it. That is one of the important things for us. So we are going to discuss that part as well in our regular classes, how to validate if developer use the agile model. Okay. Apart from that, lot of other methodologies we're going to discuss in our regular classes. Apart from that, like rapid application development models, DevOps models, we're going to discuss. Okay. Coming to our main topics again. What are the computer system validation? What topics we are going to cover in our sessions? So we are going to cover the HLRA, high level risk assessment. Under that, how to decide whether a system is GXP or non-GXP. Electronic record, electronic signature assessment. You may have heard the 20 on SWIFT part 11. Under that, we have a control section. Control defined by the US FDA. That your system must have this control. What are those controls? How will decide whether this control is really applicable for my system or not? That is, what is the criteria to decide it? So that criteria will also be decided based on the HLRA document, high level risk assessment. Then confidentiality. Your system is SOX applicable or not applicable. Okay. Categorization of the softwares as per the game 5. Supplier assessment. Selecting a supplier in the computer system is one of the big things. It's not a raw material supply selection. It's the computer system validation selection, means the system validation. It is going to be used lifelong. Raw material is going to be used for 1 month at least. But these will going to be used for the lifeline of a system. So selection criteria should be stringent. What the game 5 says about that we're going to discuss, and what are the practical approaches says about that, both approach we're going to discuss in a supplier selection. Then we model agile way of working, infrastructure qualification, software validation, Excel sheet validation. Other institute, if you compare, they are not able to provide the Excel sheet validation. You may compare if you have visit other institute people. Okay, but this is the one of the big things you cannot avoid it. Validation plan, validation report, URS, FS, CS, DS, means how to be, what are the point to be considered when you are going to review the URS or FS or CS or DS document. DS means design specification, CS means configuration specification. Quality risk assessment, one of the big topic actually. People will consider very small topic, but is the one of the big topic and has to be understand how to be identify the risk, how to mitigate the risk, and how to decide the testing approach based on the risk assessment. This is our task, how to decide the testing approach based on the risk assessment. So that nuances we are going to learn in our regular classes. Testing of the softwares. IQ testing, OQ testing, PQ, UAT, regression testing, smoke testing, lot of other testing we are going to discuss. Okay, ERES assessment, system retirement, data migrations, and various other topics as well as a regular validation approach. Actually, apart from that, some technical approach, some technical things like audit trail, what are the controls required, user authentications, cloud computing, SaaS model, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, infrastructure qualification, IT securities, penetration testing, threat modeling, SAST, DST. SAST means software application, statistical application security testing, and D means dynamic application security testing. It's a testing approach of a penetration testing. It's a part of penetration testing, security testing. 21 C for Part 11, EU Annexes 11, QMS. So some of the people is already aware about the QMS, change control deviation incident, risk assessment. As a pharma industry, as a regulated industry. But what is the change control as a IT industry? That we are going to discuss here. IT industry has a different approach in raising a change request as per the software actually. So that is going to discuss. Then business continuity management, how to continue the business in case system not available, like your system is shut down or damaged because of XYZ reason. So how to continue the business in case of a disasters? How do we have a disaster recovery plan preparations, BCP, business continuity plan, and carbon recovery plan. Data migrations, data security, data validation. We are going to be understand it. Backup of the system, data backup. How do we have restoration? What is hot backup, cold backup, full backup, incremental backup? Everything we are going to discuss apart from archival data retrieval of data. Okay. These are some additional topics or advanced topics, like a cloud computing is also one of the advanced topic. Computer software assurance, CSV. Currently, we are using the CSV, computerized system validation. Going forward, we are going to be use CSA approach. During the testing, actually, one phase is most impacted, that is the testing phase. So, where is the difference between CSV and CSA? Both we are going to learn in our particular class. Then virtualizations. What is the virtual machines? How to be create? How it is defined? Because this is also one of the advanced topics, virtualizations of the machines actually. If you are becoming a CXV expert, we should be aware what is the virtualizations of the machines. Recovery point objective, recovery time objectives, types of the servers, application server, database servers, web servers, access field validation, open system, closed systems, and data integrity as well. So almost every topics has been covered in our, going to be covered in our regular classes actually to become a CSV expert. Okay. Some of the tools we are going to be learn as well as an hands-on experience as well, like two test management tools we are going to be used to understand how to be tested, how to create the script, test the script, how to execute the testing, and how to generate the test results as well. So test management, I think, total from beginning to end of the testing. So you can have a hands-on experience on the testing tools. Through task management tools like a Jira software, hands-on experience will be provided on the Jira software as well. One DMS tools, document management tools, 3 to 4 projects will be covered during our sessions so that we will understand with the example how validation approach is utilized for those systems. And one project will be assigned to you guys so that you can also have a live experience on the project as well. After every topics, assessment will be conducted. That is the self-assessment. You can assess by yourselves. So there is a questions and answers, MCQs. You have to be answer it, and at the end, once you'll submit it, you'll get the results as well, so that you can understand how much you are depth in a CSV criteria currently. So regular basis, we have a self-assessment classes. Apart from that, the last test will be there where you have to be have a 70% passing marks. If you'll have that, if you'll pass that exams, you will get the automatic certification. So certificate will be generated automatically with the 2D code as well. Okay. So that is about the CSV. Coming to the career growth as a CSV expert. So as I said to you in the earlier, in the beginning, first slide itself, that you can apply after a CSV expert, you can apply for a pharma industry, for IT industry, for a clinical trial industry, for a medical device industries, and as a consultants industries as well. So these are the 5 to 6 industries, types of the industries. Actually, there is a multiple industries we have. Anywhere there is a demand of a CSV expert in all these industries. Actually, you can apply for any of these industries. The starting package for a freshers is something 20,000 to 40,000 in India based on the company to company. Relative career growth is 50% higher than any other courses. Exposure to corporate environment, and you can enjoy the 5 days working as well. Work from home option is also there in the CSV. You may be already aware about it. This is the lowest package, and you can go cross to 75,000, 70,000, 75 lakh per annum, beyond to that even. This is the list criteria, list figure I have figured it out here. Okay. Benefit to join the institute. This institute actually, you can have hands-on experience on Jira softwares for handling the agile methodologies. Free membership for the lifetime to avail the chat with the lecturers. So anytime, any problems you are facing during your careers, you can reach out to lecturers with the questions, we'll answer it. 70,000 worth material free access will be granted for the lifetime. 70,000. Interview based questions and answer free access will be granted to you for the lifetime. Mock interview classes will be conducted. You can join those those mock interview classes. Placements assistance will also provide it. Wherever vacancy is available, the company connect will provide the details of those vacancies. 2 batches can be joined with the same fees. Suppose you are not able to join, you just pay the money and you are not able to join the classes because of XYZ reason. Don't worry, your money is safe. You can join to the next batch without any problem. Okay. 1 year access for the class recording. Suppose you miss a class on a 2 night, don't worry. Next day you can listen those recordings. So class recording access is also there for the 1 year. If required, that will be extended as well for 2 years, if required. Okay. You have to reach out to Company Connect, they will extend it to you. No worry. Resume preparations assistance, Scrum Master certificate will also be provided as a free of cost, and CSV certificate will be generated with 2D code and the URL authentication. This is not a like you generate from the some of the application. It is generated automatically, where your company will click on a URL link and they will verify yes it is the genuine certificate. Then the certificate will be look like this. Okay, where the name and all those things, and this is what the biggest things that 2D code will be generated. They will scan the code and get the certification verification by themselves. Okay, these are the certification. So that's it for the CSV and their career growth. And these are the other courses provided by the Company Connect. You can visit the website on these websites actually. Okay, you can contact to Company Connect if you wanted to be have enrollment and registrations. Now, if you have any questions, let me know. You can unmute your mic and let me know. Yeah,
Hey, hi,
yeah, Rishi Kumar,
Reese.
yeah, go ahead. Yes, just
Yeah,
tell me.
Reese. Yes. So I have completed MCA and I have 8 years of experience in IT industry. Currently, I am working as a automation tester for Java
Mhm.
Selenium. So, am
Okay.
I eligible to change my career
Mhm.
path into CSP?
I can say yes. If you wanted to be go in the CSV field, then definitely, and you'll be get the benefit because you already tested. So some of the things you already aware about it.
Yes,
So I can
UI
say yes.
automation,
Mhm.
whatever you said about whatever testing like penetration testing or
Mhm. Mhm.
regression testing or some functional testing, agile, waterfall model, whatever
Mhm.
it is, I know about these things because I have eight
Mhm.
years of experience.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
can you
Great. Mhm.
can you
Yeah.
please
Yeah.
move to last three slide. Last three slide. I have
Okay,
some query
sure.
from there itself.
No issue, no issue. This one,
No,
benefit
no,
to join.
no,
Okay,
no, no. Back,
this one.
back. Right. Can you back one more slide?
Mhm.
Okay, fine. Go to, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so
Mhm.
you are saying that two test management tools.
Yes.
So what management tool may I know? Actually, because I don't have access to any of the tools related to the CSP, and I'm
Uh,
sure my company will not give access for that.
no, don't worry. The tool's name we cannot disclose because of
Okay,
some reason. Okay, once you'll
okay,
have a admission, then we'll provide the details of, and even you can have an hands-on experience on those tools. Okay,
okay. Thank you so
so
much.
don't
And
worry. Yeah.
one
Yeah.
project will be assigned to you to complete. So this
Mhm.
project will like cover end-to-end testing for CSV, or how
Yes,
we will
correct.
test.
Yes. So we'll assign a project to you where you have to be, as a CSV expert, we should prepare the validation plan, validation summary report actually. Tester you already have, so don't worry about the testings. You have to be prepare the validation plan by referring the other documents actually. So document will be ready-made available. You have to prepare the validation plan. That is how the you can use the, as a project actually.
Okay,
Everything
why
is
I
done in
am
that. Mhm.
okay, so why I am asking this question, because I am nowhere related to CSV side. So that's why
Don't
I am
worry, we
asking.
are going to be teach from the ABCD to Z. Okay.
Okay, I am much more worried about the tools because my
Mhm.
company will not give any access to those tools, whatever you are going to teach here. I'm not sure what that actually.
No, don't
Okay, that's
worry.
fine.
I'm going to provide that access to those tools, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, okay,
So
okay,
you can learn, you have 1 year access for those tools. It's not for a
okay,
1 month or 2 month. Okay.
okay. Can you go to the next slide, please?
Above slide, additional
Next,
topics.
next slide
Means
is
below or above what you want.
above. Next.
Above. Okay.
That's fine. 5 working days.
Okay. The career growth you are saying?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay,
So yes, as a CSC expert, you have 5 days working days only. As a corporate
okay.
environment, we have 5 days. Even work from home option is also available. No need to be go to the to the industry. As a
It
tester, you have to
says
be go to, I think maybe to IT industry, or as infrastructure they have to be go to there. But CSC expert can work from home even.
okay. So
Okay.
is it like rotational shift or normal general time, like 9 to
10 to 5.
whatever it is, 10 to 5
Tester,
is
I can understand. Tester has a lot of headache in their mind actually, but CSC expert is a cool.
okay. Okay. Why I'm
You
asking,
can
because
realize
I
the
don't want
difference
to work
actually.
in, at least I don't want to work in EMEA shift
9.
or US shift.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Understood.
That's fine. My query is completed, I think so. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay, any other
Hello.
questions? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. Myself, Kishore. I'm working in the pharma industry. I'm having
Okay.
experience of about 11 years experience. So I have little experience on instrument qualification, like what you said, URS, CR, this
Mhm.
OQ, PQ. So can
Okay.
I use this tool to grow further in pharma industry or IT
Yes,
industry?
yes.
How
Of
it
course,
effective
yes.
it will be?
Yeah, we are going to learn the
I'm
tools
having
actually.
11 years
Mhm.
experience, sir.
Can you repeat again what you
Okay.
said? You have a?
Yeah, actually, I'm working in pharma industry.
Mhm.
Is it possible? Is it possible to migrate from pharma
Yeah,
to
your voice is
software?
breaking anyway. I
Pharma
understand your question.
itself can easily industries,
Yeah,
like that.
Kishore, I understand your questions.
Is it audible now?
Yeah. Yes, somewhat it is audible.
Yeah.
So I can say yes, you can, um, because you are from the pharma industry and your expense is also there in an 6 to 9 year expense you have. So don't bother about your expense will be counted. Okay. Yeah, please go on mute. Kishore, are you
One
joining
more
with
query,
us?
sir. Actually, I have some.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir,
I think we are
actually, I have already 11 years now, so the further growth will be there or not? That's what only one my query.
of course, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a student of 12 years, 15 years even. Okay, so don't
You
bother.
can sell it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. My query is completed.
Okay.
Hello.
Just go ahead.
Hi, sir. This is Kiran, myself.
Yeah, go ahead, Kiran.
Sir, I have one doubt actually.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
I'm working in pharma company. I have 8 years experience, and if I want to, after this course completed, if I want to join in IT, they will consider it as a fresher, or else they will take as a normal what I have experienced that they will consider.
No, your expense will be counted. Don't worry about it. Because you have an expense in industry, that definitely will be counted. If you are an expense in lecturership, that will not be counted. Industry expense will be definitely counted. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And in the further classes, next batch
Mhm.
will start. No, in further classes, you will teach the qualification also, like IQ, OQ,
Yes,
PQ.
yes,
That
definitely.
also.
This is what we are going to learn. IQ, OQ, and all those things.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So after completion of the course only, we will give the exam, no, sir.
After completion of the course, then there is a mock interview will be there. After that, examination will be there. Anytime you can have an examination. It is up to you when you wanted to give a certification. Okay, after 1 month
Okay.
of the course, you can have examination because it is just one click ahead of you. Just you have to be click on the examination and you have to be complete that. Okay,
Oh.
that is
So
all.
what's the class timings is 9 to 10. Is
9 to 10,
Sunday
yes.
also available? Sunday also
9 to 10,
available or
Monday to Friday. 9 to 10,
Monday
Monday
to
to
Friday?
Friday. Yes.
Okay, it's in a 45 days course, right, sir?
Yeah, more than maybe 45 days. It's not a duration dependent, it's a topic dependent. Okay.
Oh,
Until unless you will not
yeah.
complete all the topic, will not close the page. Okay.
Okay. So you will provide that means materials for this
Of course,
course,
without material, how will going to be have a
booklet.
study? Yeah.
Yeah.
Material will be provided to you. Online material will be available. Okay. No
Okay. You
physical
told the
books.
pass mark is 70.
70 is the passing marks. Yes. There is
Okay.
a 3 attempt for that. It's not like a 1 attempt. You have a 3 attempt for that. Okay.
If one get less marks, again we can write and again
3 times we have.
like the
Yeah.
three.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Sir,
Hello.
this is Ankit.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Sir,
Yes.
actually, I have also 11 to 12 years experience, sir. So it is
Uh-huh.
mixed experience, 8 to 9 years in pharma projects and maintenance background. So
Mhm.
now, like, if I will move to CSV field, like I am from mechanical background, and now if
Mhm.
I will do this course and I will move into this IT industry, then like package wise or CTC wise, like suppose I am already at some level, then if I will
Mhm.
that initial level they will consider, or like I can utilize my previous experience and
So
accordingly I can
uh, I
like.
can say one statement whether in a QC production or engineering
Sir,
department,
sir,
if
I
you
am
have a
from
knowledge on the
engineering.
CSV. No, understand. If
Okay.
you have knowledge on the CSV, the IT industry or the regulatory industry will take you. Okay. So don't bother about your expense and your expense will be counted definitely. Okay. Thing is that you should be have knowledgeable in the CSV. That is important. To gain the
So
knowledge.
if we will do, sir, if we will
Yes.
gain the knowledge in this course, then like
Mhm.
can we convince the recruiter or can we convince that yes, I am having relevant experience? Obviously, means we have from 8 years, maybe we have 2 or 3 years relevant, but like can we do
Yes,
that? Means that.
definitely, definitely.
Yes.
We have a lot of students. It's not like you are the first batch. Okay,
Yes.
just visit the site where you can see the how many people is already selected, and lot of people they have not informed to us that they are selected in big industries. Okay, so lot of industries, TCS, Infosys, Mindtree, every industry my student is there. Okay, you can visit. There are a lot of name even even after that. Okay. So just visit these sites as well. You can have a talk to them as well, how the company connects and all, to understand their and what is their views actually. Okay.
Okay.
And people will say, means it's like a oral, we can say the mouth publications is important. People are coming to us because they are referred by someone, isn't it?
Yes.
Mostly we have reference students. Okay.
Yes, sir, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, sir. I'm Santosh here.
Yes, Santosh. Tell me.
Yeah, so I am working in a pharma industry.
Okay.
Okay, I am. So,
Please.
hello.
Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
I- Hello.
Yeah, now you can unmute yourselves and let me know.
Yeah, sir. I'm Santosh Kumar. I am currently working in a pharma industry.
Okay.
Relevant experience of in pharma is like 6.5 years. Okay, but overall experience is around 15 to 16 years. So currently, I am proceeding my career to focus on the CSV project. Okay. In pharmacy, I am looking after QC instruments and everything, right? Okay. So we do qualifications and CSV with our third party vendors. Okay. So my job role is to support them for documentation purpose. Okay. So when they prepare those documents, I just need to get it reviewed. What have they prepared? Okay. So my confusion is what is the difference between PLC validation and CSV?
That we're going to be learn our regular classes. I will tell you. We are going to be cover the
Okay.
PLC validation as well. Okay.
Okay.
Software
So
validation, PLC validation, everything we are going to cover. Some of
okay.
the topic I
So
have not mentioned here. That also going to be
okay.
covered in our session. Okay.
So is there any difference? Is there any difference in this documentation of the PLC and CSV?
Not so much difference actually. So PLC,
Okay.
when we are going to run the PLC, it's a
Okay.
collaboration, or I can say handshake between the softwares and the PLC. Without the
Okay.
softwares, your PLC will not be able to work, not going to be
Okay.
execute the
Correct.
logics. So that is the
Yeah.
collaboration. There is a handshake between the softwares and the PLC. So that combination
Sometimes
we are going to be validate ultimately.
okay.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to deal with some HMI instruments and some SCADA instruments. Both are different. So in SCADA, we can easily do computer system validation. But in HMIs, it seems like tough for me to how to
It's
validate
not like that.
what are the,
It's not like that. You are thinking
yeah,
that's a tough, but it's not a tough. Okay. It's a very simple in nature. I prefer to means it's not a very complex to validate the HMI. It's very simple. Okay. Anyway,
okay.
we'll discuss those
Sure,
topics in
sir, sure,
our classes.
sure. So thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yes.
If you are providing MES integration also?
No, as I said to you, I'm going to provide the oral validation approach for any of the application, whether it's a LIMS, MES, or any of the application.
No,
We are going to be learn the concept actually. If you
ERP.
wanted to be, let me finish my answer. If
Okay.
you wanted to be go with a particular topic, particular application only, then we have a separate application dependent course as well, like MES application course separate, LIMS application course separate. You can opt it for those courses if you wanted to be go with the particular specific application. Okay.
Okay. How it come means
Uh-huh.
it is difference than CSV and MES. No, very vast difference is there.
No, MES is an application.
Yes, yes.
Okay. How to validate the MES, that is the part of CSV. So validation we are going to learn. Understand? So I'm going to teach you how to validate, whether it's a MES, LIMS, TrackWise, CDS, any application.
Okay. Then, if any difference with the category 4 and 5 deliverables, any difference is there?
Yes, of course.
Main difference.
Yes,
What are the
yes.
key differences?
That we are going to learn. What is the first? We'll understand what is the 4, what is the 5, what is 3. Then we'll understand what is the validation approach difference, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
You are providing in cloud-based assessment also
Of course,
to
that is
implement.
what I mentioned in my. If you'll see my topic on the screen, cloud-based system, SaaS, PaaS, SaaS. There not only what is the difference between these, plus how to validate it. We are going to understand it.
Okay. You are going to teach hybrid clouding also, hybrid approach also.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. That is what you wanted to be. Correct?
Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm working as a CSV lead. I have experience in 10 years.
Okay.
I done my. I went through lots of companies. Still no.
Okay.
I am looking for MES integration with SAP.
Okay. So that specific portion will be covered under the MES application.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, no, I'm not looking.
MES. And then fine, then you can join the CSV course if you want to be have
Actually, I am
advanced topic.
looking for ERP applications. I implemented lots of
Okay.
ERP
Okay.
applications.
Okay.
So,
Understood.
yes.
Okay. For you, even there is a lot of advanced topic, isn't it? I have not mentioned some of the advanced topic here, but I'm going to cover in our regular classes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
Sir, one more question, sir. While registering the course, there were two courses actually: computer system validation and CSV mastery. Two courses were there.
Mastery,
So,
mastery in the
yes.
sense, once you will complete your basic CSV, then you can opt for the mastery course as well, where some more advanced topics will be going to cover. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So to enroll for the mastery course, at least you have to be come with these, means at least we should be aware about these basic details, and not only basic, some advanced topics also there in that. Okay. Any other questions apart from experience questions? Because a lot of experience questions we already taken. Okay. Okay, I think I have addressed all the questions. So our classes is going to be start from the Monday 9 to 10 p.m. Okay, before to that, on a Saturday, Sunday, you can register yourselves and enroll yourselves for a particular course, and we'll meet on a Monday. Okay, 20 Monday is, I think, what is the date of Monday? 26. Okay, so we'll meet on 26 of August, 9 to 10. Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Excuse me, can I ask a last question?
Yes, yes, go ahead. No issue.
I very tricky about the Excel because I now choosing for the master file system for convenience. I should to choose the computer system, and when I finish the course of the how to make pharmacovigilance plan, our teacher says the Excel shouldn't be validated. It's impossible. What are your opinion about it?
No,
About
who
Excel?
said Excel sheet validation is means we cannot validate it? Who said to you? I will teach you how to validate, and even Game 5 second version, if you will open the Game 5 guideline, it is clearly mentioned that how to validate the Excel sheet. Who said to you we cannot validate the Excel sheet? Isn't it? There is a chapter in the Game 5 in the other guideline as well to how to validate your Excel sheet. So if someone has mentioned like this, they are wrong actually. Okay.
Because I find the many guides which explain how to validate it, and I'm very tricky. But I decide to make system with the MS SQL and Excel like a system which visualize data. Do you think it could be validated? Or
Yes,
for
yes.
example, I can. Okay,
Yeah,
merci.
yeah,
Thank you very much.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye bye.